Hello and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. So today's a bit close to, it's getting close to Horde Night. We've got roughly 2 days, well, day 19, day 20, and then day 21, so essentially 3 days. But I need to get my farm started. So, today's the farming episode, yay! So, first things first is we must get over to my plot of land that will be my farm. Okay, so now we are at where our farm will be. Now, this is essentially going to be a tutorial for anybody who hasn't really set up a farm, but also kind of just going over the farm I'm building here. As you can see, it's far enough away that, at least on PlayStation, I can't see my base. If there was a Shamway Foods nearby, I would most likely build on top of that, because that's a pretty safe location. But we'll start about here, and start marking off points for our farm. So this is going to be wood, that will be dirt, wood, dirt, wood, dirt, wood. How many do I have? So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots. Okay, so here we're gonna have to most likely build up, which isn't... it's not the greatest. The other option would be to dig it down, which, if you want, you can dig and even off your entire farm. That's completely up to you. In most cases, I would even it off, but honestly, this is a lot that I'd have to strip out. So I'm just going to do this with relative ease. Wait a second. Did I... no, I did not bring dirt. Okay. Actually, in that case, does this start getting steep? Actually, this remains pretty consistent. That's surprising. Alright, well, we're going to start filling this out now. I'll just show you the end product of this, because this takes a while. Alright, so all of the rows are now made. I flattened out the dirt over here, which will be useful in our next step, because all of this is one level. But as I was digging this, there's a few things you have to be concerned about. If you are doing this as late as I am, you know, day 19, if you're not doing this first week or two, you are most likely going to encounter hordes. I, while doing this, encountered a dog horde. So you need to be mindful of that. Have weapons with you. Or if you're playing with multiple people, have someone looking out. Even when you're just... even if you're doing this early on, you could get a wandering horde come through the area. And you kind of need to be observant of if hordes wander through an area often. Same as if there's, you know, different spawns. Like if there's bear spawns in the area, you might not want to put your farm there. And when you put in the frames, you don't need to have them upgraded just yet. That's more if you like the look of it and really want that right now. I'll upgrade the bottom level just because that does look better when it's upgraded. But our next step will be to use all of our dirt that we've dug up to make rows. Now this takes a while. It's a good 12 seconds per spot, but we can start it and start working with the hoe at the same time. Because you need the hoe to make sure that the soil is actually tilled properly so you can plant things. You can plant without hoeing the dirt, but if I remember correctly, it only gives you one of whatever you put in. So if you put, a corn seed in, you're getting one corn. So it's not a sustainable method. It's only really something you want to do if you have just a ton of seeds and you haven't gotten around to farming yet. I'm actually going to grab chrysanthemum seeds, and we'll quickly plant this row once this is done. Alright, now this entire row is done. Just rapid fire planting. You could just leave whatever dirt you have and till it. That is a completely viable option. I just like placing my own dirt. Plus it, at least for update 15, it boosts your miscellaneous crafting skill. So it doesn't hurt to do it. Now, in further updates, I don't think miscellaneous crafting can get boosted through any form of spam crafting, so it doesn't really help out much. But the rows are a necessity, because you could just till, a 5x5 square, which I've done. I did it early on thinking, oh, I'll save space because then I'm not leaving, a dead square between every row. The problem being, if let's say all these are done. What I can do is I can hold triangle and just run through picking up all of them, which is also kind of why you want these fixed up so you don't accidentally just start grabbing frames. But you can just run through and grab them. If these were in, I've seen it in a 2x whatever or more, you could grab this one and destabilize all the ones around it, and they'll just fall and instantly destroy themselves, and you get nothing. So this is once again essentially the officially accepted way of making a farm. Your size of farm may vary. I like doing really large farms because then I can, if I need to, I can expand further, but typically whatever I have meets the needs I have. So I'm not overly concerned about running out of anything. If you can find a hoe, it's good to just start farming then and there. Because it doesn't use That's gonna be annoying. It doesn't use much, if any, of the hose health, so you're not putting anything really at risk. I will say this now, there are glitches that do occur. I've had it where a plant will remain in like the sapling stage eternally, and I don't know why. I just end up destroying it, replanting it, and sometimes it fixes it, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if my farms are too large, if proximity to water is a concern. I haven't really solved that mystery yet. Come on, just need the last few. 12-second timer just kills me. Alright. So, grab that. And we'll do aloe vera for this one. Which, if you run through any desert biome, make sure to grab aloe, because you need it for the med kits. Or no, I think it's not the med kits, it might be just the bandages, but it's still good to have. Oh, thought I heard a visitor. This is the problem with not building your farm on top of a building, is you run the risk of zombies wandering through. And they can destroy crops, if I remember correctly. So that's also why I build it far enough away so that Horde Night they can't spawn in my field. I should only be here for very short amounts of time in the first place, making any damage to my farm minimal at best. Alright. Blueberries. Blueberries, yucca, goldenrod, potato. You don't really need anything else. You don't even really need blueberries. But I do it just in case. You have to be careful about placing dirt, because if you screw it up, then you gotta dig the dirt back up and remake the dirt. And that just gets tedious. I could do cotton, but currently there's enough cotton in the area and I've got like 500 at my base, so I'm not overly concerned by it. But if you're wondering what you should really focus on for plants, it depends on your location. But if it's really hot, go for chrysanthemum. If it's not, go for goldenrod, because you need that for goldenrod, or chrysanthemum tea. Chrysanthemum also does a cooling effect. Otherwise, goldenrod's good, and that gives you wellness. So, boost your health by drinking a liquid. Corn's pretty good, because you can use it for cornmeal to make cornbread. You can use it for grain alcohol. You can just straight up eat the corn. Aloe for medical. Then I would say goldenrod, or not goldenrod, yucca seeds. because yucca is just really useful. 4 yucca fruits can make a drink if need be, or you can just eat them. And I usually run around carrying a stack of 50 in my inventory and just sit around eating them as I explore. The only problem is if you use them for drinks, it's actually really annoying because it costs, I believe, 4 yucca plants, or yucca fruits, to make 1 drink. So you're putting yourself at a weird disadvantage. I don't like how that looks. Okay, so it is tilling the dirt. It's just doing it in a very strange way. We'll test this out and... No. No. Yes. I need to stop. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. Okay. Everything is tilled. We'll just see what happens. If anything, this harvest of yucca fruit is a waste and I replant them. That is one risk, is potentially having a row that isn't a good row. And then you just have to abandon it. That's also why I try to build really big, so I can expand and adjust as needed. So this is going to end in 25. Oh, that's why. Yeah, you need lots of dirt. I mean, this was over 1,000 dirt, and it's been used up pretty quickly. Alright, now we'll just finish this off. Unfortunately, you can just kind of just walk backwards through the dirt. And it's not like Minecraft where if you touch tilled dirt, it'll undo it. This dirt is permanently tilled until an outside force acts upon it. So if something, you know, breaks the dirt, builds on the dirt, then it stops. Come on. And then our 2 potato seeds. Then we'll just backfill the rest of this. And that's it. That is 1 full farm. Laid out and made. And because I have what I assume is a little time left, I don't know how much editing this is going to have. I'm actually going to run out and see what that supply drop is. That ended up going at a pretty good speed, taking a little under a day. My only gripe is getting there. I'm gonna have to swim every time. But that'll be 2 to 3 days until I have to go back and check on it, which isn't too bad. You could build a farm on top of your base. I considered doing that with this one, but it's always the question of, is there enough space for a good farm? I mean, I've seen people on Navsgain, there's a couple stilt houses in the lake, and I've seen people build like tree farms on top of their base and just expand out using the wood generated from it, and then they built farms, and it's all a doable thing. It's just, like, if you're playing solo, you could probably do it and survive pretty easily. But if you have multiple people, having a little farm isn't going to keep you going for long. I also have seeds for, I think, mushrooms, but you have to put those, I think, in the dark. Really? There's a bear over there. Alright, we're gonna maneuver around. Check this quick. Empty. We're gonna maneuver around the bear. Grab that box and run. Oh, that bear's not having any of their crap. Second bear? No, nuh-uh. I call shenanigans. Why are there 2 bears? This airdrop better be good. Okay. I mean, mini bikes for dumb shits I already have. The iron gauntlets might be good. Oh, I hear a zombie, I think, getting wailed on by a bear. Let's see where they are. Right there. One bear. I think that's the second one right over there. Wedged in the tree. Ah, this place is madness. We're on episode, what, 10, 11? I think 11? Maybe 10, I don't remember. But either or, 4 bears, minimum, is, in the area that I've seen them all in, is kind of surprising. I've never had that many bears show up in such a small area. Hub City? Sure, I've had biomes like this butt up to Hub City, and I've had zombie bears continually spawn. But that makes sense because it's Hub City. This is, you know, southwest of Hub City, fairly... It's fairly out there. Hub City's there, I mean... We're a good distance away. Actually, I need to make another frame for my door. There we go. We'll just slide on in. And there we go. Behold the glory of the farming episode. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. If you are new, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.